James Kaufman, World News Report today, July 19th, 2025. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Ladies and gentlemen, is the ISS just another slush fund? I know something's up there, but I don't know if it's a space station that's 250 miles above Earth. The International Space Station is a large, habitable, artificial satellite in low Earth orbit. It serves as a research laboratory. It is a collaborative project between multiple space agencies, primarily NASA, Roscosmos, the ESA, JAXA, and the CSA. It orbits at approximately 250 miles above Earth. The ISS travels at 17,500 miles per hour, completing roughly 15.5 orbits around Earth each day. Earlier in my YouTube career, I had over 20 to 30 videos that brought some question to the fact if the ISS is really what they say it is. YouTube removed all those videos without any notice. Very strange. I find it strange that it covers so much distance at 17,500 miles per hour and has never hit a single space rock or any space debris that's substantial enough to cause any damage in over 25 years. Yes, after I did some videos about just that fact, they had a few pebbles go through it, etc., but nothing that caused substantial damage. I ran into many problems while researching the station. NASA has contracts for something called augmented virtual real-time reality, which is a technique used by filmmakers to make things appear to be in the picture that are not, and to obscure other items in the picture that are unwanted. Now, I wish I could tell you all this was the ISS, but all I could find was an artist's rendition, and I looked pretty hard. Now, these augmented virtual real-time reality contracts, which I found, well, they were larger than any contracts that NASA held. And here we see George Bush at Mission Control in Houston. And what do we see behind him? Well, we see one of the so-called astronauts, and there's basically what we call a green screen behind him. You can see this, but when he appears on film over here, it looks like there's a space shuttle behind him. This was accidentally caught on tape while Bush was visiting Space Center here in Houston. Again, the main problem was the two contracts I isolated and did fund were the largest two contracts that NASA has had, and they've had them since 1987, which means, well, larger than any thrusters or space modules, etc. The other problem, or lots of problems, I have with the ISS is so many times they forget to remember the 15-second delay rule. And I've seen so many real-time conversations with organizations like Good Morning America and schools on the ground. But there's no delay whatsoever. The questions are answered immediately, usually until one of the astronauts is kicked by another astronaut. I found many problems while trying to prove the ISS was 250 miles above Earth as well, as you were able to actually see it when it passes overhead, and it appears quite large. This compared to a 747 jumbo jet at just 7 miles up, not 250 miles. And that appears as a small, tiny white dot. Definitely not anything that you can make out. I live only about 20 minutes from an international airport and a 747 jumbo jet. Even that close to the airport looks like a speck compared to how large the space station looks as it flies over at supposedly 250 miles above Earth in Earth's low orbit. Yes, I'm thinking something much lower in orbit and perhaps helium balloons. Now, yes, I do realize that NASA has live cams on the ISS or cameras showing what appears to be Earth going pretty much 24/7. But I do not believe this tells us anything with the filming techniques that we have today. I'm going to take us to Mission Control here in Houston, Texas. It happened to be right across from a bay house that we had that was destroyed in Ike, so I'm very familiar with its location. Let's see how familiar. NASA Johnson Space Center. I'll show you where my home was destroyed if anyone cares. NASA Mission Control Center. And see that canal right there? We had a home with a pool and a dock on that canal right there with access to the bay and the ocean, if need be, very close to Houston, but right across when we left the main entrance to NASA. Now, I saw someone on X go into one of the buildings, and there was a complete space station in one of the buildings. And I'm going to show you all what I mean, if I can. And this is a complete space station. It's a little bit better view. We've seen this actual background so many times. Look what happens. Every single switch is exactly as it is in the real space station. And it gets even weirder because you can see Earth and you can see the space modules attached. Let's see what else we can see. Yesterday, I saw a Japanese rocket attached. I had to go look to see what it was. And there is another space module attached. Yes, that is the Japanese rocket attached there, the Soyuz spacecraft. Wow, they must have really mocked that up good, huh? Look at all the camera lenses sitting here. And then look, you can even see the rivers. Now we're inside one of the buildings. Inside one of the buildings at Kennedy. Ground level is all I hit. Okay, we're not in the space ISS. But they sure have made it to appear that we are. Now, why would they go through the trouble of sketching in all these clouds and sketching in all these rivers if they were just putting a mock-up together? You can see that they have done it all the way around. Everything I can find is what I would call perfect. Let's see what's on this other side. It's completely ridiculous. I'm not the best at Google Earth here. Let's see. That's not it. Alright, so I thought I'd show you that first. They have a complete mock-up, but I don't even know how to get back to the first picture, of well, the entire ISS. You saw the hallway and everything else that we see. I don't know if I can get back there or not. Let's see if we can. Go get in that direction. Well, again, I'm not great at this. Again, the question is why did they put this fake exterior out here and put these solar arrays out here? This is interior mock-up to try to teach these people how to use it. And there's the hallway there. Every single item's exactly the same. Now, everyone has heard that they're going to close down the pool, right? Where they practice spacewalks. Well, I thought I'd take you over to the pool as well while we're here, right? And why not? See how they're doing over there. I found it odd that the pool was 15 miles away. But I did locate the pool itself. It's called the NASA Neutral Buoyancy Laboratory. Let's go see it, shall we? All right, here we are back in Clear Lake. Let me see if I can get my bearings. Should be the Hilton. Right about there. That's the Hilton. Hilton, Houston. This is the Space Center itself, right? And that's Sandy Cove, where we lost our house. Sandy Cove Drive. The second house, by the way, that we lost. Look how far the buoyancy center is away. If I can just drop it in. There it is, right there. And, ladies and gentlemen, at some distance from NASA itself, NASA is this, well, doesn't look like much, but this huge complex. And this is many miles away, up by Ellington Field. So let's take a look at what's in that building there. Very small building there. And I heard they were shutting it down, but I wanted to take a look. And what do we have? We have people with cameras filming, first off. And then we have people diving as well everywhere. And this is another complete mock-up, supposedly, although this doesn't look anything like the ISS to me. A complete mock-up, supposedly, of the ISS. Again, this doesn't look anything like the ISS to me, but I just work here. Let's see. So there are a lot of people in these pools when they're quote-unquote practicing. Let's see if I can get over anywhere. I don't know that I can, guys. Well, I wanted y'all to take a look. This is the neutral buoyancy pool. I know it's much larger than this. Now, what I want y'all to understand is, y'all thought that this was the NASA Neutral Buoyancy Laboratory. Well, this is where the pool is, this small little area here. And we can actually go in everywhere y'all see something blue here and take a look. As you can see, the complete mock-up of the ISS. Not in the big building that we would think it would be in. Not in that building. In the little bitty small one right here. Like their cameras. Look, there's some actual astronauts there working on something. Huh. And again, I wanted to show y'all that this was the little bitty small building, by far not the large building. And they actually showed us an astronaut. That was impressive. Let's see what we've got. As y'all can see, I think we saw that one. Try to go over them all. The big building, well, they're not going to show you into the big building. But if you want to see what's going on in the laboratory, there it is. And that's how deep it is. Very deep. So I thought this was rather strange that it was in a small building off to the side. And I think that that's an astronaut right there doing his work. Alright, I don't know how it moved over. I don't really understand these things that well. Oh, I think you can move to spot, if you can find the spots. See if I can find another spot. Oh, somehow we got inside the building. And that, look, that's where all the magic happens. And there is the pool next to it. Again, in the very small building, not in the large building. What's going on in the large building next door? Well, nobody knows. They won't let us view that building. So I thought this would be interesting for everyone to take a look at. All the money going into all the training for these astronauts. Let me know if you believe that the ISS is orbiting 250 miles above Earth, or if you think it's just another slush fund that the U.S. government is running, much like every other program that we've come across over the last 6 months. With that said, God bless you and yours. Please share, subscribe, and always remember, anything's possible. Bizarro world.